Alright, come on, let's go. Keep your heads in the game, we got a light tank.
Hey guys, AA Fitzy 88 here, bringing to you some Battlefield Bad Company 2 footage, Onslaught mode. This here is Onslaught mode, the second available DLC from DICE, purchasable DLC from DICE. In my opinion, I think they did a really good job. For $9.99, you get 4 maps. They're not new maps, but they have tweaked them a bit. By tweaking, I mean the time of day and lighting, which I think really adds to the maps. This map, I believe, is called Atacama Desert, whereas before it was strictly day map. They muddied it up with a sandstorm effect, which I like. They've also added some, strange little things like music hits and a little bit of different stuff like that. All this stuff, they didn't cheap out on it. Yeah, they could have had more maps and stuff. They do have other projects on the go right now, but they don't want to drop off the face of the earth, and they still want to keep adding to this title. So, my review on Onslaught. Like I said, I think it's worth the $9.99. A lot of people say no, that they need more for that. That's new maps, new weapons, new achievements. The trophies and achievements that you get out of the Onslaught mode, I think, are a little bogus. 8 in total. And I'm not quite sure, but I think all you have to do is beat an Onslaught game on any difficulty. I believe there's 4. There's easy, normal, hard, and hardcore. And you get 1 achievement. And beat the same map on hardcore mode and you get 2. So if you do that for all 4 maps, you get 8 achievements. I guess that's okay. There's a lot of stats whores out there and people that just, play for trophies, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I think that's a cool thing that Xbox and PlayStation do. But that's not what I'm about with games like this. I think the Onslaught mode is a fun way to play with a squad of friends, a squad of nobodies, whoever. But just to gain more experience with weapons accuracy, dick around with your settings, movement, stuff like that. It's like a training ground. It's also a lot of fun. Like you can see here, I'm not playing with a squad. None of my friends were on. It was weird hours. I hopped on and made a private Onslaught mode so I could dick around with the helicopter on here. And it is on easy difficulty, but it's just myself, so I thought I'd just roll around and play around a bit. The easy difficulty, in my opinion, is a little bit too easy. There is some targeting assist, kind of like in the campaign. If your crosshairs are close to an enemy and you bring up the sights, they will lock on to a target. I think this game would be a little too hard to play. Definitely on hard or hardcore as one person. I don't mean why you'd want to do that. The game is totally about teamwork and working in a squad. But like I said, if you want to practice with a weapon, you can get a lot out of this Onslaught mode. Now, as far as accurate weapon stats, damage at range, stuff like that, I know they have them plotted down on the internet. You can find out which gun does what, how many points damage it does. You're not going to get that, especially in the easy mode. Pretty much everything is a 1 or 2 shot kill in easy. But as far as targeting, playing around with bullet drop, shit like that, this works pretty good. Like I said, leading targets, learning the maps, stuff like that. Really valuable stuff that a lot of people don't get the chance to do. Let's say you're a latecomer and you just bought the game. pretty hard to catch up to the competition when everyone's over a level 20 now, and you just picked up the game. I'm not saying it's impossible, but little things like this, in the eyes of some players, really helps. This game's a lot of fun when you play with a squad of friends especially. Teamwork is a must. It's basically a beat the clock. There's a countdown clock in the bottom left, or a count up clock in the bottom left. Your squad competes for best squad time that gets loaded up, and that is your target goal. Bringing down a set of flags as quickly as possible. I guess it's just like conquest mode. And it can be quite challenging. As long as someone in your squad stays alive, you always have a forward spawn. When everybody in your squad is dead at the same time, your game's over. That's why when I'm playing here in this private match, when I die I respawn back at the base. If this was a game with friends and other players and someone was still alive, I'd always have a forward spawn, which I think is a great way that DICE set this up for these Battlefield games. I remember in Bad Company 1, when you'd play it, you'd get that rush. When everyone in your squad died, you'd get that call out from the audio track that you're the last man, stay alive. And that was pretty intense when you had tanks rolling up on you and artillery strikes coming down. And you just need to stay alive and hide somewhere and wait for the spawn count to come in so your friends could get back with you. So running down Onslaught, I like it. I think it's worth the $9.99. I hope DICE continues to support this title. I know they have some other projects on the go. Their plate's pretty full. I hope they continue to you know, feed the fans what they need, what they like, and don't drop the ball on this one. They've done a good job so far. More weapons, more maps, stuff like that I can see easily patched into the game at later dates with downloadable content. All that stuff is good, and a lot of people out there want that stuff. So far I'm not sick of the game. Rush, Conquest, Squad Deathmatch, Team Deathmatch, all that stuff, your multiplayer necessities, that's all good. The action can get pretty intense. Trust me, this is easy mode. If I was on any other difficulty setting, I'd be on my ass pushing up daisies a long time ago. But it helps you, duck and cover, find cover, draw up on enemies quicker, placement of grenades, stuff like that. I take it for what it is. It's like a training tool, and it is fun. Getting together with teammates and friends from your friends list and playing this, I mean, you can have a hoot. I've done it a few times and had quite a bit of fun. Good way to meet people too. A lot of clans out there, especially the clan I'm involved in. We're big on teamwork, and communication, and having fun. So if you get into one of these games with you know, you didn't manage to get in with some of your friends and you're playing with some people you don't know, it's a good way to meet people. If you find you're in a squad that's really communicating and having a good time, then it's a good social tool to get involved with some of these players. Maybe invite them into your clan or just add people to your friends list. So if you don't have Onslaught, I suggest you pick it up. Well worth the money. Fun game to play. Good way to dick around with targeting, leading, like I said before, going through all the weapons, stuff that you don't really get a lot of chance to do when you're competitively playing online with other real players. You know, you might have unlocked a cool sniper rifle, and let's say you don't do a lot of recon class when you're playing online. This is a good way to get that gun you unlocked, play around with it for a while, so you feel a little more confident when you get back in amongst the ranks in multiplayer, and hopefully it'll do you well. If you feel like it, subscribe to my channel or leave a comment. I'm just getting into this gameplay footage recording, just starting out. Thanks for watching, and see you guys on the battlefield.